Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I have a pretty unique knife to show you, and that is the 100mm Gardener from Victorinox. Now this is I guess you would say, utility knife and a outdoors and gardening knife. It is a single layer here, and it has a sheep's foot blade. Now this one here is, like I said, 100mm across, so let's compare that to a Pioneer Solo, or not really even a Pioneer Solo, it's just called the Solo. So this is a Victorinox Solo, and then we also have a Victorinox Adventurer. So this is 111mm, this is 100mm, and then this one is 93mm. So a very interesting sized knife. However, when it comes to the blade itself, we have a pretty short blade, especially when you think about the cutting length itself. Now, I used to have a ruler in here, and I have misplaced that, so I can't give you a measurement for that right now, but I will put that in the description down below for the measurement of the cutting edge. Now this one here has a, I would say, red, or at least at one time it was red, set of nylon scales. We've got brass pins, aluminum liners, stainless steel back spring, and then a stainless steel blade. We have a chisel ground blade, which is very interesting, but makes sense when it is put into the context for grafting plants, or being able to make very precise cuts into plants and into certain plant life that you may want to be very delicate around. The sheep's foot blade makes a very, very sensible, sensible blade shape for the jobs that you might need to do in the garden. So this one actually is very unique because this is actually a Victorinox Elinox model. So this is a roast fry inexhaustible stainless steel Elinox Switzerland. So this is actually, to my best date, it does not match the tang stamps that I have seen, but the stamping on it, the precise stamping and the shape of the words and the letters gear me towards this knife to being dated to 1973 to 1977. So this is a knife that is from the 70s and has seen probably a lot of use. Now, I actually did do a mild refurb on this knife. I straightened out the blade. So the blade here actually had many different chips in it. The back of the blade here had a lot of scratching on it. You can still see some of those scratches there, right there, but I was able to get most of them out. And you can actually see that this is completely flat on this end. Then when you get over here, you get your primary bevel and then secondary bevel. And this is a chisel ground blade. Very interesting. This tang here was actually polished, and then the blade here was satin finished. So I matched that as best as I could, and then tried to straighten the blade up as much as I could, which I think I did pretty well on. This is a very interesting knife, and I would say a pretty old one. It doesn't have a very strong snap on it, but given its age and probably the amount of work it was put through, I can probably give this a pass on the fact that it has a very weak spring. Now this gives you a lot of handle room here. You can hold it very well. Put your thumb up here, no problem. You can put your thumb back here and hold it here and be able to cut towards you. The very fine point on this blade makes a really good poker to be able to make very fine cuts into either a plant or bark or anything like that when you're outdoors. And I just feel like this is a very unique knife. Victorinox actually still makes this knife, and it is called the Gardener. And this is a very interesting knife. And if it's not called the Gardener, don't worry, I will correct myself in the title if I mispronounced it or got a name wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's called the Gardener. These knives come in many different colors now. This one used to have a shield on it, but the nylon scales here are very easy to wear down, and I'm pretty sure the Victorinox cross has been lost to history. Now this one here I am going to be selling. It's just not really my bag. I bought it on eBay, and I just wanted to kind of give myself a challenge because I've never actually refurbished a chisel ground blade before. So it came out pretty good, and I would say this is probably a B- in condition considering its age. So if you're interested in buying it, just let me know. But this is the Victorinox Gardener, and this one actually has a model number on it. So this is the 2475 model. I don't think they still put the model number on there, but I thought you guys would enjoy seeing this one and get a little bit of a size comparison and maybe even see an older one. So till the next one, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.